If your teen acts like they don't care what you say anymore, this episode might change how you parent starting today. Welcome to the Single Parenting Reset Show, the go-to podcast for single parents of tweens and teens who want to manage screen time, strengthen communication, and build stronger family connections. I'm your host, Tess Connolly, parent and family coach, licensed clinical social worker, and a solo mom to a teenage son. Welcome back to the Single Parenting Reset Show. I'm your host, Tess Connolly. Today's episode is a little bit more personal than usual. With Valentine's Day coming up, I want to talk about something that often gets overlooked once kids hit the tween and teen years, and that's loving, affirming language. Not lectures, not rules, not consequences, but the words we use every day that quietly shape how safe our kids feel with us. Before we dive in, here's what you'll take away from this episode. First, you'll understand why loving language still matters deeply with tweens and teens, even when they pretend not to care. Second, you'll learn specific phrases and moments that actually land with teens and help strengthen connection. And third, if this kind of communication feels awkward, unfamiliar, or even impossible for you, you'll hear how to start in a way that feels authentic and doable, no matter your family culture or history. This episode is about connection, not perfection. Here's a personal story about saying I love yous. My son is 16, and yes, he's a teenager. He has his moods and his opinions. He's figuring out who he is in the world. And we say I love you to each other multiple times a day. Sometimes it's quick when we're getting off the phone. Sometimes it's casual and passing, or when he's walking out the door for school, or if I'm leaving. Sometimes it's right as he's getting off the phone with me, even if his friends are around. I know some parents worry that saying I love you to teens will embarrass them or push them away, but what I've seen is the opposite. When love is normalized, it becomes grounding, not awkward. It sends this message: you don't age out of being loved out loud. And over time, I've noticed something really meaningful. Because loving language has always been part of our relationship, my son has started mirroring it back to me. There are moments when I'm really busy trying to finish work or make dinner, and he'll say, I love you. And if I'm distracted or rushing, he'll stop me and say, Mom, can you look at me? I just said I love you. And then he'll say it again. I just want you to know that I love you. I know that didn't happen by accident. We notice this as our teens get older, that we see what's getting mirrored back to us. So that part is modeling. That's repetition. That's a relationship built on emotional safety. And here's why loving language matters. This isn't just emotional, it's neurological. Research consistently shows that teens who feel emotionally supported and verbally affirmed by their parents are more resilient, less likely to engage in risky behaviors, and more likely to come to their parents when things get really hard. So positive parent-child communication is also linked to lower anxiety and depression in adolescence. Loving language helps regulate a teen's nervous system. It lowers defensiveness, it builds trust, it makes your presence feel safe to them. And when teens feel safe, they're more open, more cooperative, and less likely to shut down or hide parts of their lives. Your words don't just shape behavior, they shape identity. Hi, dear ones. I'm taking a break out of this episode to give you an opportunity to come join the family. What I mean is that when you join my email list, you are not only going to get a copy of my Tech Reset Agreement, which is one of the most coveted pieces of information that I give out to parents when I start working with them. In every family, I hear about the conflict with our screen time and devices, and I've got an amazing agreement I've been using with my son since he was about 8 or 9 years old. So I'd love for you to get that, as well as being on my email list, where you're going to get tips and strategies and stories each week. You'll hear about all the different podcasts, and it's a way for us to connect in a different way outside of this podcast. So click the link right below the show notes, and I will see you on the inside. So the words that you say do matter. These don't need to be big speeches. They're simple phrases, but they stick. Here are some of the things that I have said and I have coached other parents to say to their tweens and teens. I believe that you can really do this. You belong here in this family. You matter to me. I love having you in my life. I'm really glad that you're my kid. I see how hard you're trying. My favorite one is one I just said a moment ago, and I really get a sense that he hears it when I do say it, and that is, I am so happy that you're in my life. That's it, that one line. I've been using this kind of language with my son since he was really young. It became a habit. It's a ritual. And now at 16, I see the impact. He expects presence. He expects eye contact at times, and he expects care. That's something I want him to take away when he leaves to go out the door in a couple years. And I truly believe that saying these things face-to-face matters, even with teens. They may not react the way you hope. They may not react at all, but they are definitely taking it in. When to say these loving statements. So timing does matter. Teens don't receive loving language best during lectures or heated moments or right after school. They just don't. Most of us don't. So they receive it when their guard is down. Some of the best moments that I have found is before bedtime, in the morning when they're first waking up and they haven't gotten going into the whole day, in the car, on calmer weekends, and sometimes after conflict during the repair time. Sometimes the most powerful thing that you can say is simply, I love you. I'm proud of you. You matter to me. And now I want to speak directly to parents who think, I just don't talk that way. We've never done that in our family. I wasn't brought up to talk like this. I hear this often, and it makes sense. We all come from different cultures, different families with different norms. Many of us weren't raised with verbal affirmation. So if this feels awkward, vulnerable, or unfamiliar, that's okay. And I want you to hear this clearly. You can start at any time, even if your child is already a teenager, and it doesn't have to look the same for everyone. If saying I love you out loud feels like too much, start smaller. Leave a note, send a text, write it on a sticky note somewhere, and even if your teen doesn't respond, even if they don't say it back, they are still taking it in. You are building emotional safety one moment at a time. It may, and it very well will be uncomfortable at first, but it matters and it makes a real difference. Before we close, here are the key takeaways from today's episode. First, loving language still matters with tweens and teens, even if they act like it doesn't. Second, simple, consistent words of affirmation build emotional safety, trust, and long-term connection. And third, it's never too late to start. You can find a way that feels authentic to you and your family. So if communication with your tween or teen feels strained and you're not sure how to build the connection in a way that actually works, you don't have to figure it out alone. This is exactly the kind of work I do as a parent and family coach. You can click the link in the show notes right below this episode to book a 45-minute parent reset call with me, where we'll talk about what's happening in your family right now and how to move forward with more clarity, confidence, and connection. Small shifts in how we communicate can change everything. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to the Single Parenting Reset Show. Remember, I'm here with you twice a week. Every Tuesday, I answer your questions about parenting tweens and teens, real-life challenges with real reset strategies. Every Thursday, I bring you conversations with experts and guests who get what it's like to raise middle and high school kids on your own. And hey, if screen time has become a daily battle in your home, because let's be real, it is for most of us, I've got something to help. Grab my Tech Reset Agreement. It's a simple guide to help you create a clear, calm plan around screens without being the screen time police. Just click the link in the show notes and get your copy. Your reset starts now. Until next time, keep going. You're not doing this alone. I'm right here alongside you.